Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. Wells Fargo out with a new credit card, the Active Cash Visa, a 2% flat cash back card. We're going to take a look at some of the details, but first I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So Wells Fargo recently got rid of its most popular and easily best card, the Wells Fargo Propel American Express card. And as they were getting rid of that card, there was news out that they were going to be coming out with a whole new lineup of cards to sort of replace the paltry, sick lineup that now exists. And the first of those cards has now been announced, and it is the Active Cash Visa. It will be available on July 1st. It is essentially a 2% flat cashback card, meaning you get 2% cashback on everything that you buy with the card. But wait, that's not all. Unlike some of the other 2% flat cashback cards out there on the market, this one is going to be offering a bonus to new card holders of $200 if you spend $1,000 with the card in the first 3 months of having it. So right there, that makes this 2% card a lot better than the other 2% cards out there because you have a nice bonus on top of a very nice everyday reward. Now, once you've earned that reward, this card isn't a whole lot different than some of the other 2% cards out there, like the Citi Double Cash or the SoFi credit card or the PayPal Cashback MasterCard. But if you're looking for a 2% card, once this one is out, why would you not go with the one that has the $200 bonus up front versus some of these other cards that don't have a $200 bonus? In terms of redemptions, you'll have a few different options for your cash back. You can use it as a statement credit, which essentially cancels out some of the purchases that you have made with the card. You can deposit your cash back into a Wells Fargo checking or savings account. You also could take your cash back out at a Wells Fargo ATM in multiples of $20, which is something a little different compared to other cards out there in the market. So if you've earned more than $20, you could take it out at the ATM. Another feature that has become more and more popular with credit card owners is cell phone insurance, and this card is going to have it. So if you use this card to pay for your cell phone service and the phone is stolen or it gets damaged, you would have coverage of up to $600 per event. There is a $25 deductible, so you would pay the first $25 and then you would be covered after that for up to $600. So this is something that if you don't already have some kind of insurance on your phone, more and more credit cards are doing this. This is a Visa Signature card, which is going to give you some extra benefits from the Visa Signature program. The ones that they're talking about in the sort of announcement today of the card are ones that I don't know how exciting they are to most people. They mention the concierge service, also a luxury hotel collection. Both of these may be interesting to some people, but not necessarily a deal breaker in terms of getting the card or not getting the card. We'll look at rates and fees. Like I said, a no annual fee card. In terms of the introductory interest rates, you'll get a 0% interest rate offer for the first 15 months on this card on both purchases and balance transfers. So any new purchases you make with the card, if you revolve them sometime during that first 15 months, you're not going to get it charged any interest as long as you've paid all that stuff off by the time the first 15 months is over. You also could transfer a balance from another card onto this one and let it sit at 0% for up to 15 months. However, there is a 3% balance transfer fee. Once those first 15 months are over, you are going to have an interest rate that could be anywhere from 14.99% to 24.99% depending on your credit history. If you have a really good credit history and you get the 14.99%, well, that's pretty decent in today's market. If you don't have a very good credit history and you're up at that 24.99% area, well, that is not so hot. No matter what your interest rate is, you don't want to be carrying a balance from month to month, and if you don't, you won't have to worry about whether you got the 14 or whether you got the 24, and that is always the way that we recommend you go here on this channel. Foreign transaction fees is something we always talk about, especially when we kind of look at these 2% flat cashback cards versus each other. This card is going to have a 3% foreign transaction fee. So if you use it outside of the United States, they're going to charge you an extra 3% on any purchases that you make outside of the United States. Many other cards on the market do have foreign transaction fees. Some cards do not. One of the notable 2% flat cashback cards that does not have foreign transaction fees is the SoFi credit card, the Citi Double Cash card, the PayPal Cash Cashback MasterCard, those cards do have foreign transaction fees. So that's kind of how those stack up when we look at some cards that are kind of, in the same level here. The Fidelity Visa is another one that has, I believe, a 1% foreign transaction fee that is a 2% flat cashback card. So if that is something that is important to you, this one's got the 3%. If that's not important to you, well, you got a $200 bonus, and so that, in my mind, is going to outweigh that foreign transaction fee. Now, looking at all that, the bottom line with this card is, as far as I'm concerned, maybe it's not too exciting to put a 2% flat cashback card on the market when there are a lot of other ones, but you know what? This is the best one. Why is it the best one? Because of that $200 bonus. You're not going to get that with the other 2% cards on the market from any of the major lenders. Maybe there's a credit union somewhere that I'm not thinking of that would give you a bonus of that level, but I don't think so. So a 2% flat cashback card often is a great base for a cashback strategy if you are going to hold multiple credit cards, but to get that bonus on top of that makes a lot of sense. Plus, you've got the cell phone insurance, and if you wanted to take advantage of that 0% offer, a lot of good things starting with this card. My prediction, that bonus won't last long. They're going to roll with that bonus on the front end, and then after a while, they're going to be like, you know what, we don't have to give this $200 bonus because we're already more competitive than most of these other cards. Maybe we'll slice it back to $100. So if you're interested in this card when it comes out on July 1st, you might want to jump on it, because I'll be surprised if that $200 bonus stays very long. Now, a couple other points to make here, and the first one is that in my humble opinion, this is a very unattractive card. I believe that if you are putting a new card on the market as Wells Fargo and you want to sort of change your image, which they have talked about a lot in terms of being a very competitive in the credit card market, sure, it's shallow, sure, it shouldn't matter if it's the better card, then, it doesn't matter what it looks like. But you know what? There's a lot of shallow people in the world who really care what their credit cards look like, and this one's really not all that attractive. So, whoever designed it, I don't mean to be mean, I'm not trying to, get anyone fired or anything, because, I have the power to do that at Wells Fargo and really any other credit card issuer. But anyway, it's just not a super attractive card, and so if you're looking at it, you might be like, is this Wells Fargo, or is this like some, community bank in, Minnesota or something that's real small and they just kind of got the intern to do it. And then finally, Wells Fargo says there is going to be, and I quote, a new rewards card line in 2022. So there is going to be a sort of low interest card coming out later this year, and then in 2022, if they're talking about a card line, you have to assume there are going to be at least 2 more reward cards coming from Wells Fargo. So by this time next year, we'll probably have a whole, turnover in terms of the Wells Fargo credit card lineup, which, based on what they have, what they're rolling with at the moment, it cannot come too soon. So that is it for this video. Questions, comments? What do you think of this new offer? Put those in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews and we talk personal finance and we talk deals and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.